JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Man fatally shot after allegedly firing at police in Spanish Town. A man was fatally shot after allegedly firing at police officers along Job's Lane in Spanish Town on Saturday morning. The deceased has been identified as 44-year-old Jerome Martin Daly of Red Ground in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. About 12:01 a.m., the police reportedly noticed a bulge at his waist and approached them. After identifying themselves, Daly reportedly drew a gun and shot at the officers who returned fire. He was allegedly found clutching a Browning 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 10 rounds. Daly was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The matter was reported to the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM. 2-year-old among 5 injured in 2-vehicle Manville crash. A 2-year-old girl and her mother among 5 people rushed to hospital following a 2-vehicle crash on the Winston Jones Highway in Manville on Friday. The crash, which involved a Toyota Mark X and a Nissan AD wagon, happened at about 5:30 p.m. Police said based on investigations, the Mark X was traveling uphill towards Manville when it overtook a line of traffic on an unbroken white line and collided with the Nissan AD wagon, which was traveling downhill. The occupants of the AD wagon, the child, her mother, and the woman's boyfriend were taken to hospital and are said to be in serious condition. Police said the driver of the Mark X has been warned for prosecution to be charged with causing an accident resulting from reckless and dangerous driving. The Mark X driver and his passenger were also taken to hospital for treatment. Man reported on bail for firearm charges, charged again under the Firearms Act. A man was reported at the Manville police station as a condition of his bail for firearm-related charges has been charged again under the new Firearms Act. According to detectives, on Tuesday, 25-year-old Ronaldo Richards was arrested at the police station after he was implicated in a shooting incident in the parish on Friday, September 6th. It's alleged that Richards opened gunfire at a taxi as it picked up passengers in Bastard Cedar Walk, Petersfield in Westmoreland. The police said 2 individuals were injured. Richards is now charged with 2 counts of wounding with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a firearm to commit a felony. He was previously charged with unauthorized possession of ammunition. Police nabbed 3 over alleged theft of fans and condensers from St. Andrew warehouse. The St. Andrew South police have charged 3 men over the alleged theft of 80 items, including 30 fans, from a warehouse in the parish last month. Charged are 21-year-old Jordan Salmon, 24-year-old Richard Grant, and 18-year-old Jordan Jarrett, all from Waltham Park Road in St. Andrew. They have been charged with warehouse break-in, larceny, and receiving stolen goods. The incident happened between October 29 and 30 on Gretna Green Avenue, the police said in a statement on Saturday. Reports indicate that the complainant securely locked his business on October 29 at about 4:30 p.m. and discovered the break-in at 9 o'clock the following morning. 50 L-air condenser units and 30 L-air 18-inch fans were allegedly stolen. On October 31, during an operation on Waltham Park Road, police apprehended the suspects while they were allegedly transporting the stolen items. The men were charged after a question and answer session in the presence of their attorney, the police say. Medical supply refuses commitment letter because the health ministry not paying its debt. A husband is facing an increasingly dire situation after medical supply refused to accept a commitment letter from the health ministry to pay for the apparatus needed for his wife's critical surgery. The supplier cited unpaid debts on the Ministry of Health and Wellness as the reason for the refusal. St. Catherine teacher Christopher Kelly said his wife requires hip replacement surgery following a car accident 2 years ago. In a bid to help cover the $876,415 cost of the surgery, Kelly applied to the ministry's Compassionate Fund unit, which provides grants to vulnerable individuals who cannot afford necessary medical care. It was approved for assistance in July. Kelly said that the Spanish Town Hospital, where his wife is scheduled to undergo surgery, instructed him to present the letter of commitment to a particular medical supplier that could provide the required implant. However, when he attempted to submit the letter, the supplier rejected it. When we called the company to let them know that we are coming to get the approval, they told us that they are not accepting the letter because of issues with the ministry, he said. They owe the company, and that is why they are refusing to accept any more compassionate approval letters. Kelly said that just 3 weeks ago, he called the company again and learned that they were turning away the patients with similar letters of approval from the ministry. He then reached out to another supplier, but received the same response. He said when he informed the Compassionate Fund unit of the issue, it was so that processing payments to suppliers took time. In the meantime, his wife, who is also a teacher, has become bedridden and has lost her job as a result. She should have done the surgery from last year. She's at home suffering, and it is really having a serious effect on the family, he said. Financially, Kelly is struggling to cover the cost of his wife's care. You know, teachers don't get paid big bucks. Some my salary has to be paying mortgage, bills, buying food, and assisting with medical supplies. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars since she has been in the accident. It is costing me through my teeth, he said. Kelly also expressed frustration that the driver responsible for the accident was not taking any responsibility. While he has hired a lawyer, there has been no progress on that front. He discovered that the other motorist was driving a rental car at the time of the crash. It is really a tough one, he said. Although he was not made aware of this particular case, Errol Green, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, confirmed that the ministry does owe suppliers, but he said steps are being taken to resolve the issue. Green noted that the Compassionate Fund has nearly $400 million in outstanding payments. Meanwhile, Green stated that Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton is reviewing the management of the Compassionate Fund to improve efficiency. We get literally hundreds of requests a month for assistance, and frankly speaking, we're not able to accommodate all the requests, Green said. We're looking at the most serious cases, the life-threatening ones. We have developed a matrix, and we're putting things in place to administer it in such a way that whatever little we have, we can stretch. Police and the military step up security presence in Manville. The Manchester police have stepped up operations in the town of Manville to curtail crime. The operation was supported by members of the Jamaica Defence Force, JDF. It follows the deadly shooting incident in the Manville Market District, in which 2 people were killed and 5 others wounded. It's understood that the operation resulted in the discovery of several rounds of ammunition in the bus park. There has been a report of any arrest in connection with the seizure. The cops say they'll continue the operations as the Christmas season approaches. PM touts the importance of tax revenue-funded infrastructure projects. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the financing of the reconstruction of the Troy Bridge is a turning point for the country, noting that the $230 million project was funded by tax revenues. The Troy Bridge, built in 1896, was damaged 3 years ago during Tropical Storm Grace's passage. During a tour of the reconstruction project on Friday, Holness said his administration plans to use tax revenues rather than borrowing loans to replace the country's aging infrastructure.
So today, I'm here to say thank you to the residents who have been very patient and understanding, and to commit in a very serious way that, number one, the government is committed to ensuring that Jamaica has world-class infrastructure. Whether it is your bridges, your roads, your drains and culverts, Jamaica must have world-class infrastructure. And we're committing to that, and we're saying to the residents of the district here that even if your community is a rural community, you too deserve to have world-class infrastructure. Second commitment, we commit as a government to build the infrastructure in such a way that it requires the least maintenance in order for it to fulfill and exceed its engineering life. Bridge that was here before, built during colonial times, certainly not built with the technology that we have now. It lasted for 155 years. This bridge should last even longer, even with the growing threats of climate change.
The iconic Troy Bridge linked several Trelawney, Manchester and the St. Elizabeth communities. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.